Hello, I'm Julie Kenny. Are you spending time watching other people's videos, people promoting their businesses, engaging with their audiences, offering top tips, and you're just sitting there feeling stuck because you just hate speaking online? I mean, I get it. There's all the aspect of the camera. Do you understand the controls of how to even make one of these videos or TikToks or lives? And what are you going to say when you get there? A lot of us hate seeing ourselves or hearing ourselves on video. And that can be a real barrier. But in this short video, I'm going to be talking about why it's really, really worth doing. For a start, video is one of the most connected with forms of communication online. Millennials are watching up to 20 hours a week. And that is people between 20 and 40. A large part of most people's audience. And here's us worrying about our face and our voice and whether we look professional enough and whether we can get that tech right. So we post and we blog and we perfect our website. And we know we're not getting the reach we want. We know it, don't we? You know it. You've probably heard all this before. So we know we're missing out. Those customers that should be coming to you, but saw somebody else and they've gone there. Or is it that customer that comes to you? You they didn't really get what you actually did. Well, that was an hour or two wasted, wasn't it? You won't get that one back. Video can make such a difference. Or speaking online live, whichever you prefer. What difference does it make? Why does it make a difference? I think there's three reasons for this. One is that it really helps build that know, like, trust. Because we buy from people we know, like, and trust. You probably heard this before. If you've got a business, you probably heard this 1,000 times. But maybe you're new, maybe you haven't. We do buy from people we know, like, and trust. And yes, I'm already hearing you saying, what about Amazon? I don't like Amazon, but I still end up buying from them. And I think we have to admit that sometimes it's not everything we like. There are things we mistrust about them. Not necessarily Amazon, but people we buy from. But there is an element that we know, like, and trust. We know that, and I'll stick with this as an example, even that may not be your example, but we know in the case of Amazon that most products are on there. If we need something, we can probably find it there. So we know that. We know where they are. We know they exist. We know they're a real company. What do we like? Well, we like the fact we can find the things. We like the fact we'll get things delivered in the time frame that we want. And we trust, generally, that our payments will be handled properly, that we will get what we need. We generally trust their return policy. So we know, like, and trust them. And sometimes we buy from them. But if you're a smaller business, and especially if you're offering something bespoke or something personal, maybe it's coaching on a mindset or business or whatever it may be, swimming, I don't know, then there is a real personal element to this. And even if it's a product, if you know that somebody next door to you does Body Shop, but there's somebody you really get on with well, and they do it too. You don't particularly get on with your neighbors, maybe. You go to the person you like, don't you? It's the same product, but you're going to have a conversation with them. It's going to be an enjoyable transaction. So you go there. So building that know, like, and trust is really important. And when we see people on video, when we see people talking, we start to feel we know them, we know something about them. We trust them a little bit more in the way that they speak, in the way that they talk about their subjects, about their passions. And this, for you as a business owner, if people see you and the real you talking, then that is more likely that they will come to you, and less likely as well that the wrong people will come to you. Think of all those hours you can spend on a clarity call, whatever you may call it, with somebody, because on paper, you give exactly what they need. And yet when you talk head to head, you just don't connect. And you just know it's not going to work. And that comes across so much more when you have that presence of somebody speaking. And with the idea of the presence of somebody speaking, I'm going to move on to the next bit, because some of you are saying, I speak in the room. That's fine. I really get the connection. But I speak in the room. I speak person to person. Great. But I'll tell you what, that doesn't give you. You are going to take a day off. You're not going to be there every day. You're going to go on holiday. You're going to be sick. You're going to be asleep. If you've got an online presence, whether it's a video or a live, whatever it may be, that's available. That's out there, regardless of what you're doing. It's still there. Because when you speak in the online space, 9 times out of 10, and there are exceptions, that will be recorded and that will be reshown. Most people watch lives on replay. So you can record, you can replay, and you can repurpose as well. So you can download your lives, you can upload things into YouTube, or take a section out of YouTube and put it onto your LinkedIn, whatever it may be, put it onto your website and be there permanently. And finally, the speaking online helps get you, it brings ideas to life in a way that text graphics don't. And I'm not saying they're not important, because they are massively important, but they don't connect in the same way. This is why shopping channels have done so well for so long, because people can see the product in somebody's hands. They can see it, we hope, working in the way it should work. We can see these things. We can hear somebody talk about their values and their passion for something. And that always comes, when somebody is passionate about something, that comes across. And we can see what their values are. We understand about their values and who they are, and whether that is the right person for us. And that connection just comes across so much better. So it builds know, like, and trust. It creates a permanent presence for us, and it connects in the way that connects us personally in here and in here, that we believe and we feel what somebody is saying. And also that applies to things like podcasts as well, where it's a voice we're hearing, but a trusted voice all the same. If you're not sure about that, think about radios, and people feel that they know the DJs that they listen to every morning. We know all this, and I'm sure you know all this, but you're still stuck, maybe. How do you get over that? How do you get over that if you're still stuck? You want this stuff, you're still stuck. First, you're not going to like them when I say this, because you're going to go, how? But you need to practice. You need to practice. You cannot wait until you are good enough to speak online before you speak online. You have to practice in whatever shape, form that is. So find the thing that's easiest for you and do that first, and branch out and try what works and what works for your audience as well. But practice. Know you're going to get better, because you will. You didn't start walking and run a marathon. You started walking and fell over and got up again. That's going to happen. Find a safe place. You can practice in, create your own private Facebook group that only you is in, or maybe invite a friend if you want to practice together. And practice in there so that you know which buttons do what, and you know how it all works, so that when you go live on your page or on your profile, whatever it is, wherever you're going to go, that you know how that works. So that's something out of the way, but practice. The second point I will say is, don't take yourself too seriously, because you're already thinking, oh, I'm not going to be perfect enough to practice. We don't need to take ourselves too seriously. Yes, you'll be seen here and there. Yes, you will have a following, the right people, but they accept you're human. A lot of getting online is to show that you're human. And you may not be perfect. They don't know your scripts. They don't know that what you said wasn't what you meant. They don't know that you went off track, perhaps. But they do know that they're connecting with you. And you making a slip here or there, it's fine. Let's say you're a Zumba teacher and you want to get people along to your Zumba class, and you say it's a Prumblumba class, and you, for whatever reason, you have problems that day getting that word out. You know, it happens to the best of us. We say something, we think, how did I say that wrong? But we do. That happens. It's okay. It's okay. Just laugh at yourself, move on, make a joke of it. It's fine. Somebody will be watching that thinking, oh, I was so worried. I haven't been to exercise class for years, and I want to go to this Zumba one. Actually, she looks like she's got a sense of humour, so I think I can go. And you've just opened the door for somebody. It's crazy, but that, you know, this is what can happen. We show ourselves to be human, and we connect with people. People connect with the messy. I'll give you that one little tip for free. And my third point, my third tip for speaking online, in fact, speaking anywhere, is know why you are speaking. So yes, if you're selling, doesn't necessarily, well, it doesn't really want to just be, come on, do a sales pitch and leave. It's not really inviting. So you'll have stories, you'll have your way you get to there. You'll be talking about benefits and all these things. You'll be talking about the pain points, whatever. But you need to know why it is you're talking about those things and where you're going to. Because if you don't know where you're going to, your audience won't, and they won't stick around to find out. So if you're selling a new product and you're talking a bit about you, and then you're having a little chat, the conversation in the community, and you are then talking about the last 3 products you've got, or 6 products or something, and then you talk about one you're now selling, you've lost most of your audience before they got to that, because Some people don't know you and they don't want the waffle, and then other people know you, but they bought all those things, so they've all left too. And not so many people are there listening for that last thing that was actually the thing you were there to sell. So know what your purpose is. It may be that you do have a waffling session every now and then, that you are, because you're building a community, because you're making it a safe place where people who have something in common can come and talk together. Some people have said to me, I just need to stop waffling online. And sometimes the answer is yes, and sometimes the answer is maybe you can switch up with some more purposeful stuff, but sometimes a waffle is good because you're actually building the people around you who need that support that you're going to be offering. So there is a reason to it, but you need to understand that reason yourself as well. So have a purpose. So that's it really. This is talking online, whether it be lives, it'd be video, it'd be podcasts as well. Anything where there's some tech behind it. This is what I'm going to be talking about all of February on my Facebook page and in my group. So if you want to know more about those, just follow the description and there'll be details in there. If you like this, if this was helpful, or if you didn't find it helpful and you've got some comments to make, like the video, drop me a comment. I will try to reply to everything that's there. And I will be focusing on a different topic around speaking. There'll be something else next month. So every month this year, I'll be focusing on a different topic. For this things, it's all things with cameras, with tech, and speaking online in some form. Because I know this is a real big barrier for some of you. And it's fine if you're going, if you know that's not where your audience is, but that's not the reason to do it, is because it's not where your audience is. Don't not do things because you're just afraid of doing them. But that's not the helpful thing for your business. So that's what I'm going to be talking about all February. I am now waffling. I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later.